Earlier this year, I created a digital version of this thing called the Everyday Calendar, which is basically a calendar that encourages you to stick to your goals and helps you keep track of your daily progress as you light up each individual day. The app I created in Python essentially mimics this functionality, and I talked about the code development in this video, which you can go ahead and watch if you're interested. However, when I made this, I had trouble generating an exe file from my source code. So what I did was try to circumvent the issue by compiling a C++ program that would run the Python script via an OS command. Not only did this require you to have Python installed along with the other necessary modules, but you also needed to have some knowledge in working with C++. At the time, I didn't think this was a big deal, but a while ago, someone commented on the video saying that they really wanted to try out the application, but they didn't have much coding experience, and they were hoping that they could instead download an exe. And it made me realize that not providing an executable file was a very bad decision on my end, because one of the main reasons why I created this was so that more people could experience the satisfaction that comes from small daily accomplishments in the same way most everyday calendar users do. However, the learning curves for programming are significant barriers to anyone who wants to use the app, so I set out to fix this problem by actually trying to generate a working executable that everyone can use. And this time around, I actually got it to work. What I did was I used PyInstaller and ran this command which converted the everydaycalendar.py file into a single exe that runs without the console window popping up and also has its own custom icon. The final executable is put into this folder called dist, but it will not run properly on its own because it needs access to a specific image file within the same folder. So I moved it up one directory and deleted all of the other files generated by PyInstaller, and it worked fine. I also generated another exe called Calendar Data Generator, which will automatically illuminate all of the previous days so that you don't have to do it manually. These may not be perfectly standalone executables since they do require external files, but this shouldn't be a big issue. If you want to be able to access the app from a convenient location like your desktop, you don't actually need to put all the files there. Instead, save them in a personal folder and create a shortcut that points to the exe file. I'll upload all the files on GitHub, and they should work on most Windows computers, regardless of whether or not you have Python. For those of you who use Mac, I'm not exactly sure what app files are used in that particular OS. However, I've heard that there's a tool called Wine Bottler that allows you to convert exe files into something that's macOS compatible. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a Mac computer, so I can't tell you with certainty if it'll work, but you can try it out for yourselves and let everyone in the comments know if it works. So that's all I wanted to say about the Everyday Calendar app update. Lastly, I just wanted to let you guys know about what's been going on recently. Obviously, I haven't uploaded in a while, and the reason for that is that I've been working on a new video with a slightly different flavor of content. Instead of working on a new project, I've been exploring a wide variety of machine learning applications, and that has forced me to dig into a ton of research papers. Absorbing all that information has taken several months, which is a lot longer than I had anticipated. Right now, I'm trying to transfer all that information into a script, which could take just as long. On top of all of that, I've also just recently started college, and between having to manage the workload and adjusting to college life, it's been hard to stay on top of YouTube. However, I've still been trying to put in the daily effort into making content like I said I would. Even though I can only allocate a little bit of time every day for that, I'm still making gradual progress. The blackout period isn't good for the algorithm, so now I'm trying to work on multiple videos at the same time. That way I can keep videos coming in and make everyone happy. So that's it. I just want to let you guys know that I'm still alive, this channel is still active, and I'm still working on new content. So be sure to stay tuned for future uploads.